In the heart of the countryside stood Briarwood Manor, an imposing mansion shrouded in mystery and whispered tales of the supernatural. Built in the late 1800s by the enigmatic tycoon Silas Briarwood, the mansion had a dark history that lingered within its walls like a malevolent specter. The year was 2023, and the manor had been abandoned for decades, left to decay amidst overgrown gardens and tangled ivy. Despite its dilapidated state, rumors persisted of strange occurrences within its confines. Some said they heard eerie whispers carried on the wind, while others claimed to have seen shadowy figures flit past the boarded-up windows. One fateful summer, a group of adventurous friends decided to investigate the legend of Briarwood Manor. Among them were Sarah, a spirited young woman with an insatiable curiosity, Jack, her skeptical but daring boyfriend, Emily, the studious and cautious one of the group, and Alex, the thrill-seeker always eager for a scare. Armed with flashlights and brave faces, the friends ventured into the overgrown grounds of Briarwood Manor as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows that seemed to reach out like grasping fingers. The air was thick with anticipation as they approached the imposing facade of the mansion, its windows like empty eye sockets staring out into the night. Pushing open the creaking front door, they entered the foyer, their footsteps echoing eerily against the marble floors. The air was musty, thick with the scent of decay and neglect. Cobwebs draped the grand chandelier overhead, and dust danced in the beams of their flashlights. As they explored the mansion, they encountered rooms frozen in time, remnants of a bygone era. Tattered curtains billowed in unseen drafts, and faded portraits stared down at them with hollow eyes. Each step they took seemed to awaken the dormant spirits of Briarwood Manor, stirring whispers that sent shivers down their spines. In the ballroom, they stumbled upon a grand piano, its keys warped and weathered with age. Sarah dared Jack to play a haunting melody, and as his fingers hesitantly touched the keys, a discordant sound filled the room, sending a chill through the air. Suddenly, the piano lid slammed shut with a deafening bang, and the friends fled in terror, heartbeats thundering in their ears. Their exploration led them deeper into the labyrinthine corridors of the mansion, where they discovered hidden passages and secret chambers concealed behind crumbling walls. In the dim light of their flashlights, they saw glimpses of movement, fleeting shadows that darted out of sight before they could be identified. As the night wore on, the atmosphere grew increasingly oppressive, suffocating them with a sense of dread. Emily, ever the voice of reason, urged them to leave, but Sarah was determined to uncover the truth behind Briarwood Manor's dark secrets. Their journey reached its climax in the depths of the mansion's basement, where they stumbled upon a forgotten chamber concealed behind a heavy oak door. Inside, they found an altar adorned with arcane symbols, candles flickering with an otherworldly glow. The air was thick with the scent of incense, and a sense of unease settled over them like a shroud. As they cautiously approached the altar, a low chanting filled the chamber, emanating from the shadows that lurked in the corners. Panic seized their hearts as they realized they were not alone. Something sinister lurked in the darkness, a presence that hungered for their souls. With trembling hands, they tried to flee, but the door slammed shut with a resounding thud, trapping them in the suffocating embrace of the basement. Desperate, they searched for a way out, their frantic footsteps echoing against the stone walls. In their terror, they stumbled upon a hidden passage that led deeper into the bowels of the mansion. With no other option, they followed it into the unknown, each step bringing them closer to the heart of Briarwood Manor's darkness. As they ventured deeper into the labyrinth, they encountered horrors beyond their wildest nightmares. Ghostly apparitions materialized from the shadows, their anguished cries echoing through the darkness. Malevolent spirits whispered curses in forgotten tongues, their voices like icy tendrils wrapping around their minds. Driven to the brink of madness, the friends fought to stay together, clinging to each other in the face of unimaginable terror. But as they pressed on, their bonds began to fray, consumed by fear and paranoia. In the heart of the labyrinth, they stumbled upon a chamber bathed in an eerie blue light. In the center stood a sarcophagus, adorned with intricate carvings depicting scenes of death and decay. As they approached, the lid began to shift, revealing the desiccated remains of Silas Briarwood himself. With a deafening roar, the spirit of the tycoon emerged from the sarcophagus, his form twisted and contorted by centuries of torment. His eyes burned with a malevolent fire as he reached out to claim their souls, his laughter echoing through the chamber like the toll of a funeral bell. In a desperate bid for survival, the friends fought back against the spectral onslaught, wielding whatever makeshift weapons they could find. But against the power of Briarwood Manor, they were hopelessly outmatched. Just as all seemed lost, Emily remembered a passage from an old tome she had studied, a ritual of exorcism passed down through generations. With trembling hands, she began to recite the ancient incantation, her voice trembling with raw determination. As the words filled the chamber, a blinding light erupted from the sarcophagus, engulfing Briarwood's spirit in a searing blaze. With a final scream of agony, the tycoon specter was banished from the mortal realm, leaving behind only echoes of his malevolence. Exhausted and shaken, the friends emerged from the depths of Briarwood Manor, their bodies battered but their spirits unbroken. As the first light of dawn bathed the countryside in its golden embrace, they made their way home, leaving behind the haunted mansion and the horrors that lurked within its walls. But though they had escaped with their lives, the memory of Briarwood Manor would haunt them forever, a reminder of the darkness that lurked just beyond the veil of reality. And as they looked back one last time at the crumbling facade of the mansion, they knew that some secrets were better left buried in the shadows of the past.